Greetings and welcome to Biological Sciences. I am Professor Fevers, and I am excited to be your professor for this semester. The purpose of this short video is to navigate the course, to actually show you where to find things, try to make things a little bit more easier, and tell you the expectations so that you all get a good grade and or a good passing grade in this course. So by now you probably saw my welcome video in which I introduce myself and I tell you a little bit about basically how long I've been teaching, to about 21 years now, because I made that video like a couple years ago. And it tells you a little bit about how I communicate with you and all of that. The first thing you need to do after you finish watching that video is to play the video that I am recording right now, and hopefully you're listening to it. So let's go to the syllabus. That's the first thing you need to do is go to the syllabus. There's a lot of good information in there. Let's begin with the name of the book, or this is actually it's called the My Lab and Mastering. It's actually a website in which you will find, you get an access code. Let's just start by that. So probably you will be instructed to get an access code. You need the access code for this class. And that access code gives you actually access to the e-text or the electronic version of the book for this course, but it also gives you access to the activities you will have to complete in order to get you to practice and comprehend a little bit more about the material for this course. Once you get that access code, you go to My Lab and Mastering, this link right here. And your side is going to look different than mine. I'm just clicking for you to say because I'm the instructor, so I got all this. But once you get in there, it's going to give you instructions on how to enter that access code and how to then gain access to the book. There is actually, if you cannot get your access code immediately, there is a trial. Period. You can actually go in there without an access code, and there will be a trial period. I believe is a couple of weeks, which will give you time to get the access code. But the important thing is that it will give you immediate access to the activities that you will need to complete for this course. Really quick, we have the no-show deadline policy. You need to email me letting me know that you have actually gone over this syllabus and that you have read it and you understand it. Do that by August 31st. That is actually Tuesday next week. If I don't see your email by this date, I am going to email you and ask you to actually why you had not looked at the syllabus, trying to get a feel where are you gonna continue to take this course or not, because if you don't communicate with me up to that point, I had to actually drop you from the class. So do make sure that as soon as you actually review the syllabus, just shoot me an email that tells me, hey, he or she has actually knowledge that this course is going on and is going to be completing work, etc., etc. This is the deadline for withdrawal. I hope no one uses it in here because, like I said, this is a very simple course. It is well organized and it is set for you guys to be successful if you guys stay on top of things. But I do have to let you know the withdrawal deadline is November the 3rd. There is all sorts of information on this syllabus, resources you may need or may not need. Just go through it. Make sure you read them and shoot me an email if you have any questions about them. Important, let's go over the grading and makeup policy. This course has a total of 4 exams, and so each exam is worth 100 points. and it has a total of 13 classwork activities. Those are the ones that are posted on my lab and mastering. And what the purpose of those activities is to give you a little bit of practice and a little bit of more knowledge about the concept that you guys are learning before you get to do the quizzes and the exam. So it has 7 quizzes, 30 points for each quiz, for a total of 210 points. And then it has 5 discussions forums, which everyone needs to participate as their work points, and the instructions of what you need to do in there, which is pretty much um, read the prompt and then post a comment and answer questions or answer to 2 of your classmates. Which, talking about discussion forums, I really forgot. Well, I'll tell you when I get to the schedule. So, real quick, there is a final exam, and the final is missing the L there. I apologize for the typo. I'll fix it later. And that final exam is going to be available during the last week of the course. It is online. It used to be that you had to come to the testing center, but since we got the pandemic, we tweaked it a little bit, and so now we can give it online. And I will give you more instructions about that exam once we get to that week, which it'll be the last week of the course. Let's go over the schedule. So if you ever wonder when things are due, this is actually where you have to look. Of course, on the Canvas platform, dates will also be posted, but this one I have actually gone over and I have revised, so everything in here is accurate. This shows the first week, when it starts, when it ends, and so when it ends is when things are due. The only thing here is this is the acknowledgement email for the ad drop week. I know it says here August 28, but I know that because it's the first week, students sometimes they'll log in immediately, etc., etc. So I had extended it to August 31st, which is a couple of days prior to them requiring me to actually let them know whether you have attended or you have actually access the course or not. So try to do it by August 28th. If not, then you have until the 31st. But make sure you guys do it. While doing this, let's go ahead and get started with the first. We're gonna start with actually the first chapter. You probably, like I said, if you don't have the access code, go ahead and do the trial access for the Mastering Bio. Start reading on the first chapter, an introduction to the science of life. But then also while doing that, the introduction, this is your first discussion forum. It's just an introduction forum. It's for you to get to know your classmates and your classmates to get to know you. I mean, the instructions are to post information about yourself and then just go ahead and communicate with 2 other classmates for you to get your points. So instruction and the assessments really start next week on August 29. That's the weeks for this course. They go from Sunday to Saturday, and so August 29 next Sunday you will have your first quiz available. Let me tell you about quizzes. Quizzes, you can actually click them open. They'll be available the whole week, and you can actually print them if you want to, and then go into the ebook or the book if you have a hardcover. I know some of you may go for that option, and so you can actually work in trying to answer all the questions with that. These questions are comprehensive, critical thinking. Some of them, few of them are knowledge. You would just find the answers directly in the book, but others you have to put 2 and 2 together to get the right answers. So you have from the beginning of the week and once you answer all questions, make sure you go and you enter them and you submit prior to the due date. which is always on Saturdays by 11:59 p.m. Now, the following week will be exam number one. Exams are a little bit different. The exams, once you click, and listen carefully, once you click on these exams, they are available the whole week, from Sunday to Saturday. But beware that once you click on them, you have 90 minutes to complete the exam and answer all 50 questions, because each one of these exams, they have 50 questions. So my suggestion is for you guys to study for these exams like if you were studying for an exam you were going to take on a face-to-face class. And the only difference is that if you forget one concept or something like that, you can actually quickly look at it and answer that particular question. Maybe you can do that for 2, 3, 5 questions, but I can guarantee you will not be able to do it for all 50 questions. Students have tried and they have realized rather quickly that they had run out of time. And so the problem is that after the 90 minutes, the exam will self-submit. So it will just, and you will not be able to pull it back. So do make sure that you study, you go over the material. I'll show you on modules really quick how to do that. And you get ready, you study. And so once again, if you forget one or two things, you're able to get to them, but if not, all questions. Okay. Now your course will be actually, or the work for this course will be posted on the modules. If you guys go, this is actually the first week, only 2 entries because it's really not that much. The discussion forum, you can access it from here. And then basically the first activity. And then next week you get the PowerPoint presentations for each one of the chapters. And so I would encourage you to use those, but also make sure that you use the book to answer, to help you answer these questions. And then you get the mastering bio activities. You can access them from here. You don't have to go to the link on the side, but you can actually gain access to them from here. And then you are to answer the questions on the quiz for this first week. And so the second week, same PowerPoint presentations, because exam number one is just about chapters 1 and 2, so you have them in there. And then you have basically the mastering bio assignment about chemistry, and then you have your exam number 1. Now remember, this is the one that is only available for 90 minutes once you click on it. It's available the whole week. You can do it any day of the week from Sunday to Saturday. But once you open it, you need to complete it 90 minutes. Pretty much, like I said, this is a very simple course, but it is actually geared for you to get the critical thinking skills that you need in order to be successful in passing this course. Like I said, the final exam, it won't open until December 6th. That's the final week of this course, and I will give you more details when we get to that week. So once again, welcome to BSc 1005. I am excited that you are my student. I'm telling you, you are in good hands. As I mentioned in my welcome video, I've been doing this for 21 years now. And I'm here to make things smooth, but make sure that you guys learn what you need to learn from this course. I will be emailing you throughout this week, and I will be updating you every Sunday about what's coming up for the following week for this course. We'll see you then. Thank you.